Please keep one thing in mind. When you have started writing, it does not mean that this is going to be your last draft. This is just the beginning, so that you have your thoughts into one place. Even for example, last year I was writing a personal statement. The first draft did not look the same as the last draft. Actually, it's completely different. I had to scrape it. But at least the first draft of that personal statement or even your research paper gave you a starting point. Okay, this is what is there right now, and these are the loopholes that I need to fill. You discuss it with your mentor or you discuss it with anyone who's into that line of research. Keep in mind that in academic research is important that you discuss and debate. If you don't discuss and debate, your research paper is not going to be coherent, because research paper is not about taking sides. It's about telling the people what is the reality. And that's how I take research as a whole. I actually tell them both sides of the story and why I feel this side of the story becomes extremely important. You just don't feed them one side of the story. As researchers, as writers, if anyone wants to go into journalism, you do not only present one side, you tell the sides, you tell multiple sides. Like, you need to take those into account. So that's why you need to get started with the habit of writing. Initially it's going to be really tough. Even for me, in my first research paper, my mentor was telling us to write every day. They were like, write one paragraph and bring it to me, only then I can tell you something. But we were just procrastinating and we were too scared. But after a week, when the deadline was approaching, we were like, no, we need to start somewhere. And we just wrote 1,000 words of whatever was there in our mind. And then we discussed it with our mentor. And he actually said that not the entire draft doesn't make sense, but it's not like that certain like sentences or paragraphs, it's not like that they don't make sense. They do make sense, but you are not organized in your thoughts. So we knew that we did make, like, there is something in us, but we just need more fine tuning. So try to write those things out. And if you have finished with your first draft, I don't know how many of you are familiar with mind mapping, but this was a method that I learned back in my class 12. My school counselor had taught me. I was actually struggling with studies that time, and I was and we just had boards like in 3 months, and I hadn't touched the books in the entire year. I was just busy with extracurricular. So she taught me a very simple method. And then she just said that whatever you know, like, just write the crux, the main topic, or whatever it is in the middle of the paper, and then whatever you know, start drawing lines and start writing them down with, like, just you. If you want to write paragraphs, you can, but she suggested that you use just words and symbols.